Hey guys, HelpingHans here. Today bringing you a different video. This will be my 6th video log, and the last one I did was probably back in 2020 when I looked just a minute ago. So it's been a while since I've done just a video log where I just generally just talk about what's going on in my life, where I'm thinking about, what type of content I want to make and things like that. So yeah, it's time for maybe an update. So let's get into it. So for the first thing is, where is the channel heading for YouTube, Twitch, just social media in general? So at this time, I'm currently doing the onboarding process for a new management agency I've just joined. I was with .x Talent beforehand, and now I'm joining a new agency that I can't speak about just yet, but probably by the time this video comes out, the announcement will be made, so just check on the social medias. But this is a well respected and it's got quite a lot of known talent that you might have heard of that are represented by this management agency. So yeah, that looking very promising, and as they're more of a management agency, they'll be able to help me things with maybe like if I have computer tech issues, and just general kind of things like a management might do for potential talent. So yeah, that's very promising. But in terms of like the content itself on the channel, you guys know that I've been growing my channel over the last God knows how many years, thanks to covering content from the Company Heroes franchise, but Company Heroes 3 has just not done very well at all. It's pretty much almost been a year, just shy of a couple of days at the time of making this video, since the release of Co 3, and it's just not been very promising. It's been very slow to update. I've just been feeling not super positive about streaming or making content for the game due to a number of factors, like my relationship with Sega and Relic. I just felt like there's no point to doing it if I don't feel like I've got the backing of the developer or publisher. I'm treated much better by lots of other companies I've worked with in the past, so I feel like my time and energy could probably be better spent working with those publishers and developers. And in the future, there's going to be lots of other RTS games which I'm really looking forward to playing. I've already tried things like a bit of Stormgate, Tempest Rising, Zero Space as well, and Men of War 2, which I'm hoping that one specifically is going to be the one that's going to really help me thrive in 2024. I think it's still kind of a niche game as games go, but I think it's still got quite a bit of a following. People do enjoy it. I know there's a debate over Men of War 2 versus Call to Arms Gate to Hell kind of thing. And I like both games, but I think Men of War 2 has more of a PvP aspect, whereas Gate to Hell doesn't. It's more just PvE versus the environment versus just the AI kind of thing. But I would really enjoy playing more Gate to Hell if they added like a proper auto match mode, and I'll probably maybe get into that. That being said, though, get my Gate to Hell content on YouTube hasn't been really been pulling any decent numbers. Struggling to get over 1,000 views, and even my Company Heroes videos lately have just a couple of thousand views on them, and normally I'd be expecting maybe 10,000 plus on those videos. So I'm thinking it's a case, possibly, a number of factors by that, because one, as I just mentioned, I think Co 3 is just not doing very well. People are just tired of Co in general. Even Company Heroes 2, it's just been so long, and you look at the player bases and you still see that Company Heroes 3 has like half the player base, or even worse than half the player base of Company Heroes 2. So yeah, I just don't know. And I've played and covered so much Company Heroes 2 content in the past that I feel like it's time for a change. I think I'd still put them out, maybe put out the occasional KO2 video, but I don't know. I feel like I kind of feel like I need to move on a bit, change, and try and change up my content a bit. Still, do it viable rather. So because I do streaming and content creations full time. And it's difficult when Co's just not performing very much. And thankfully, due to all my subs and people that are still watching the content, and the occasional sponsor that I get every other month or so, has helped me still do this full time. However, I am concerned for the future for my ability to be able to do this full time if I just keep playing Company Heroes, which is just not looking like it's like I say, it's not viable really. Who knows, maybe Co 3 might have a resurgence. I mean, there's a new update on the 27th of February, which again I'm not really hopeful for, because it's going to be just apparently 7 maps, 5 multiplayer maps, 2 co-op maps, and a profile system should have been at launch. No new battle groups again. Pretty much a whole year on, and only 2 new battle groups added to multiplayer, which I think is still unacceptable. And yeah, it's just not filling me with a lot. Relic's not filling me with a lot of confidence for the future. And I'd rather be really working with and getting involved with other games that might, that see the potential, that care about their community, that care about meeting deadlines and bringing out good content, and not patting themselves on the back for bringing out content that should have been at launch, kind of thing. So yeah. So yeah, that's where my head's at with content. I think I like to keep doing the Men of War 2, maybe get to Hell content occasionally. Men of War 2 does well, then yeah, I'll be probably doing way more of that. But yeah, there's still loads of other strategy games I've been playing. I've been doing a little bit of Total War Warhammer recently on stream. I've done a new city survival game called New Cycle, and I got sponsored to play that, which was fun. It was Dalek Entertainment. So yeah, got all that to look forward to. Also, admittedly as well, I do feel like I've been very short and irritable, I would say, a lot more with just company heroes in general. I mean, because I just feel so, you just get days where you just, feel like you don't want to do it, and I just find like, I'm just more irritable than I used to be in the past, and I don't think that's just good. I think that's been rubbing off on content. So, people have been noticing that. I've been seeing it in comments saying, "Oh, Hans is, I wouldn't want to be Hans' teammate because he's always so, always criticising and all that kind of stuff." But I try and do it from a place of love. I want to just try and, I want to, help people get better at the game. That's why I do these like subscriber Saturdays, viewer games days kind of thing. And I get very frustrated when I give them advice and they keep making the same mistakes. And it can be quite very, like frustrating, and I feel like I'm wasting my time kind of thing. So yeah, but there are sub Saturdays and stuff where everybody does well, they all listen, communicate, and then it's really good, really enjoyable. But I feel like those are few and far between, and it's more I'm pulling my hair out kind of thing a lot of the time due to silly mistakes and stuff. I think one of the issues that I have is that I expect everybody to be at my level kind of thing. I expect people to be able to be as good as me, and they're not. And when people don't meet those expectations, that's why I get frustrated. And obviously that's not realistic. I can't expect people to be as good as me, but it is quite frustrating when it happens every week. Kind of things like that. So yeah, I know it's something I need to work on. Maybe just need to do some more. I kind of want to, I really want to focus on having fun over stressing out and being competitive. And I think that's a change that I really do need to make. I want to be more. I want to be someone that you want to tune in and watch because you want to be entertained. You want to have fun, right? You don't want to be thinking, oh god, here goes Hans. He's raging again because his teammate did something stupid kind of thing. And I don't want to be the guy, that kind of guy. But I've just been that kind of guy for such a long time now, and it's hard to change, I guess. I'm just being honest here, and I think that's where and yeah, that's probably one of the reasons why I guess less viewers, because people are tired of seeing rage hands rather than helpful hands and entertaining hands, I guess. Though you could also argue that people sometimes like seeing me rage. It can be entertaining as well. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Give me your honest thoughts in the chat, in the comment below there. Some other things I've been thinking about as well. Would you think that if I did some fresh content, some fresh ideas for company heroes in general, would that be a good idea? Like, I have tried to do a new series lately where I do pro analysis with Hans, where I've been playing like a match and I do a running commentary as I'm playing, giving tips and feedback. I think that's I think people have been enjoying that, and I think I'm going to continue to do that. But I used to do, when I was playing Code 2, quite a lot of I did some racing. We'd race around the map with some funny vehicles. We would do trying to spot the sniper, and people had to get snipers and walk them all the way across the map without being spotted. And one person had the hunter vehicle kind of thing. That was kind of cool. And I think I think things like that might be interesting to see on the content. But at the same time, I'm thinking, is it worth doing that because Code 3 is just not bringing any view and or it's just no player base right now? Is that left feel for many of you. You're probably thinking, Hans, you came back, in 2016, you came back from Japan because you didn't like it. But one of the reasons I didn't like it was because I was very stressed, and I had to choose between doing the degree and studying the language, and then my gaming career, my content creation career. And I chose the content creation career over it, and I don't regret it. But at the same time, I feel like if I went back, because I still would like to learn the language fully. I still got lots of friends in Tokyo, got family in Tokyo as well. And if I was to do a language course, but do it like at a low to medium intensity, so it's not stressful, it's kind of like learning my own pace for a couple of hours every day, I think that would be much more enjoyable and less stressful. Because I want to like learn the language at my own pace, not through a really intensive program. And I think if I went to Tokyo, it would be, or somewhere like there, it would be good for, possibly good for my mental well-being, my mental health kind of thing, because then I would have, obviously friends, social, have more of a social life, which I don't really have in Scotland where I live at the moment, because I live rural. It takes me like 30-40 minutes to go to any kind of major town. It's not like I can go out and go to a local pub and have a drink and meet up with friends, because I live so rural. But if I went to Tokyo, it'd be, I think it'd be really good. And when I was at university in Japan, in Hokkaido, in Sapporo, I had loads of friends. Honestly, it was one of the best times of my life, because I had so many friends from all over the world, made lifelong friendships, and it was just really good. We're all kind of in the same boat as well, because a lot of us were foreign, not used to living in Japan, so we're all kind of in the same boat. So we kind of gelled, and we also had the same kind of passions, because we're all here in Japan because we appreciate Japanese culture, society, history, all things like that. So that would probably be maybe a good thing for me potentially if I was to move to Japan. And the internet would be more reliable. That would be good as well. Japanese internet is very good, much better than it is where I am right now, where it keeps dropping out, which is a pain in the ass all the time. However, one thing would be the streaming schedule would probably change. I'd probably become so I stream right now quite late in the evenings for the EU, and for America also kind of evening time as well. But it would probably change. More afternoon, early morning, or early late morning for America, and afternoon for EU. And I think though that might be better potentially. I think that might actually be a good thing. My classes in Japan would probably be in the afternoon, and that would leave me probably somewhere between like 9 o'clock till like 3 a.m. In Japan, which would would cover like the late morning, early afternoon period in EU and America. So I still would probably be able to, but it would still be a bit of a change, and I hope that wouldn't annoy too many people on Twitch. If I was to do something like that, the YouTube was, YouTube doesn't matter with that, because I'm generally just putting out videos, so you don't really need to worry about live stream. So I still will be putting out all the YouTube channel. Though, also though, I'm thinking about the stress of being in a foreign country as well. I'm thinking, is it just the grass is greener on the other, on the other side kind of vibe right now? Am I just thinking Japan again, reminiscing about the best aspects, and thinking then once I'm there, I'll have to be dealing with all the frustrations of the bureaucracy, the language gap, the language difficulties, the cultural difficulties, just all those kinds of things, bills, trying to talk to Japanese like water, electricity, and all that, companies. That could be just a nightmare in itself, and that would probably put a load of stress on me. So I'm worried about that if I was to go as well. So yeah, it's something that I'm considering. Haven't 100% decided on at the moment, but it is something that I'm highly debating again. But the thing is, I'm 30 now. I'm 30 years old, and if I'm going to do something like this, I need to do it now. If I leave it, if I decide to put it off again, I probably won't ever do it. Because it was 2016 when I came back. Almost 8 years, probably 8 years ago now. Yeah, definitely 8 years ago now. That time has flown by. It doesn't feel like it was that quick. And if I put it off now, I'll probably be 35, 36, 37 when I think maybe I want to do it again. And then I just won't be, maybe I'll be tied down here. Maybe, I just don't know. So, yeah, I don't know. But I do have, my job. I would still be able to stream in Japan, so I'd be able to pay, for rent and all that kind of stuff, because I'd, still be hopefully being able to make as much money as I make at the moment, hopefully. and that will be able to help pay for rent, accommodation, food bills, all that kind of stuff. And I've saved up a little bit as well, so I can afford at least maybe a year over there, kind of thing. So I guess we'll see. I mean, I don't have a degree, and I know a lot of the things. If I wanted to stay permanently in Japan, if let's say I loved it, I would really need to. Yeah, a degree would really be helpful, because a degree is one of the necessary things you need to be able to teach English, for instance. But I don't really see myself teaching English. Maybe I might enjoy it, but I don't know. I tried it, but it could be something interesting to even consider. Maybe I would be able to work with a Japanese game company and give them advice. Part-time I do gaming consultancy work, so I could manage to convince Japanese company that I've got some really good insight with gaming and stuff, and they'll be interested to hear my thoughts and feedback and on gaming mechanics, UI, all that kind of aspects of games and marketing. Who knows? Because I've got a Western mindset kind of thing, and they want to tap into the Western audience because they want to sell their game in the West. So who knows? I mean, I haven't really done too much research, but I have been looking at language schools. Just yeah, thank you so much for watching the content all of these years. If you are still watching, thank you for putting up with me and my shenanigans. I want to try and be that kind of World War II content creator type guy who's all just playing strategy games. It doesn't have to be World War II, but I love playing all different types of strategy. I'm really enjoying playing Helldivers, for instance, as well recently. Helldivers 2, that's been really fun. But yeah, hopefully you stick with me, guys. And yeah, if if there's any specific content you think will do really well on the channel, or you can't believe I'm not doing a certain something that you think you would really do well, let me know, because I might be completely oblivious to that because I'm so busy setting my way doing something else. I've just not even thought about it. So please do let me know. I'll generally take it into consideration. And if you've got anything you think maybe I should try and work and improve on, let me know. Or if you think I'm doing things fine as well, let me know. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, this video log. This is video log number 6, February 19th, 2024. And yeah, I'll catch you in my next videos. Take care. See ya.